Have we yet met a receiver that wasn't excited about getting a chance to play with Tom Brady?
Absolutely not.
And Martellus Bennett bringing his considerable skills to New England now. Going to hook up with Mr. Brady for another completion here.
Yeah, 90 catches a couple years ago in Chicago, 53 last year for Bennett.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. The slot man in motion right. They try again with Lewis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Crabtree with it over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
We ready? Zebra! We ready? Yes!
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And this is going to be incomplete. Back now in the East Bay. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bruce Irvin in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
They come out here in the eye. That was second down run for Murray. And yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. On the toss play, this is Washington. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue. Yeah,
but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So we've got a 2nd and 5. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. And the cutback to the sideline. Latavius Murray. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Brady now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On the caught, Julian Edelman. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes with people trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now Brady got to have this one. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Now another try at 2 here from the 7 now. Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty. And they convert. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Carr going to throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw, Carr. He's got time. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end.